So the question is, we have a lot of people dreaming to go to big places. It takes a lot of grace to get to where you actually want to be initially, but if you're not lucky, you can be posted anywhere. We have people who are being teachers, and national service in Ghana does not mean that whatever you learn, that is where you are supposed to do your practical. That's where you are supposed to get your learning. Some people would learn like business course and be teaching, like way different. Some people would learn something which is far different from their courses where they do their services, quite different things. And so before I go into details into today's content, I really want to share with you a book I'm reading. And so I'm reading Miles Monroe, and the title is Releasing Your Potential. Yeah. And so I recommend this book to any of you. And if you're a book reader like me, I would say go and buy this book, because it helps you to understand your talent. It helps you to understand your gifts. Some of you be contemplating, oh well, can I do this? Can I do that? You have a lot of fear. Please, this book is for you. Go and get it. Sharp. Well, so let's zoom into today's conversation. Today's conversation is going to be a one-on-one conversation with you and me. And so I'm going to tell you all the hurdles that comes with being a national service personnel. And as now, we are receiving an allowance of 714. And the question is, how are you going to manage this money at the end of the month? And even before that, getting nationals, being a national service personnel in Ghana, is it that easy? Is that the question? Some of you will be like, oh, it's a mandatory thing, and so no matter what, I have to get a place to do it. The question is, where you want to do your service, is that where you actually are posted into? So today's conversation is going to be very, very interesting. Yeah. And so the conversation begins. But before then, let me drink some water and calm myself down first. So how was my NSS journey? I started my national service on the 4th of November 2023. And the excitement I had when I had my message that, okay, you are being posted to City TV to work. I was so much happy, because actually I wanted to go somewhere and learn a little more out of the course I'm doing. So I was posted to a media house, but actually I studied geography and sociology. And the question is, people will be like, how is it related to media? Well, I just wanted to learn outside the box. I wanted to learn something new. So literally, this is how it came. So after I had city, I think after some days, it changed to Parliament House. Like Parliament House. So when I saw that, I was literally sad. Some of you were like, Parliament House, and you are sad. Well, that's not where I wanted to be. So when I had that place, I was really sad. I was praying, God, I want to be there. I want to be at city. I want to be in the media house. And it took a lot of grace and a lot of time for it to change back to the place I wanted to be. And so actually, my mom was giving me pressure. Hey, girl, Charlie, you had Parliament House. What are you waiting for? Go, that place is cool. I was like, God, in my mind, I was like, that's not where I want to be. No matter what you do, main cop. So Charlie, the pressure from home that is go and do your registration. People are going, do you want the slot to finish? This and that, blah, 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 from here and there. Like, it was like fire in the house. So literally, I had a nice friend who was helping me. I would not like to mention the person's name. Yeah. So the person was really helping me. I was like, oh God, I don't want Parliament House. I want city. So I was also praying, God, hour. I was there like something. I was praying for it to change back to my city, because I wanted to be at city. And so as I was doing that, the pressure home too was too much. I had some couple of friends I was talking to. So I literally talked to one friend. He's called Solo. Solo, shout out to you and thank you for all the encouragement and advice. So Solo was someone who was really encouraging me. I was like, oh Lizzie, don't worry, you get city. And I feel like city is more important. It's more better than going to Parliament House, because city you're going to learn a lot and this and that and that. Oh God, he was really encouraging me and was hoping that I choose city over Parliament House. And my mom, parents was like, choose Parliament House, that's a better place, being there, you're going to learn, but that was not where I wanted to be. Actually, I want to be in the media house to know more, to learn more, and better up my writing skills and the rest. So that's the hurdle that came with my posting at the beginning. So finally, when everything was resolved, I was posted to city. I had to go there for one or two things. You have to send your posting letter, you give it to the HR has to sign the rest. You have to go up and down, send it to the regional office and be approved. It came with a whole lot of work too. And so finally I started my work on the 4th of November. And you see how I'm saying it with some kind of smile. I literally remember that night I couldn't sleep at all. I was just anxious to report to work because I was so excited. I just wanted to know how it felt like to be working at a place. So that was my first time I was going to work. Yes, I never did internship, so that was my first work experience. Well, I dressed, I prayed, I took my everything, I went, and it was fun. So we had an intensive onboarding process, which was one of the best. We learned a lot, and shout out to our HR that really took us through the onboarding. We had a lot, we learned a lot. We met people who taught us the in and out of the job before we officially began work. So then, after the onboarding process, work began. This is where the story begins. Well, so the way I allowed it, I know like some people be like, hey, are you going crazy? Let's go. How my national service have been so far for the past 2 months. Well, I won't tell you that it is I don't even know how to start it. So I got to the newsroom. I started with some kind of energy, I'm happy that, oh God, finally I've been posted and I'm going to begin my service. Well, everyone there is friendly. The environment is cool. Everything is nice. It's really amazing to be there. But the question is, are you ready for the work? So let me tell you. So as I began my service, I cried a lot. Charlie, look at my eyes. I cried a lot. It wasn't something easy, I'm someone who is really scared of crowd, and I can express myself well when a lot of people are there. I get easily tensed. And so when I got there, work is going. People are moving with speed. You can't come and slow some people down there. And no matter what, you'll be looked down upon. Some people be like, can you do it? You need to prove yourself whether you can do it to be accepted that you can do it. So as I started work, it comes with a lot. I can remember my first time at the cafeteria. Someone saw me. I was like, what course are you doing? I was like, I'm doing geography. I was like, geography? Is it related to media? So we're like 3 girls who were seated, and it was like, one girl was like, oh, I did communication. And then we're like, oh, for you, dear, I did communication. Don't worry, you'll be picked. For you, dear. You got to prove yourself. That was my first welcome message. I was like, God, would it go well? Now the question is, the work has begun in the newsroom. People pitching their stories, some kind of confidence, and then you want to start pitching your story, and your story is picked out. People like some kind of words that calm your heart. You feel like you are not good for the place. But Charlie, that was just like testing. They want to know whether you can do the work, whether if the work is given to you, you can deliver it. So it wasn't an easy journey for me at the media place. It comes with like hard work, and it comes with a lot of criticism. You need to be criticized when you work to get to know how things are done properly. And as I tell you, I really cried a lot, and I'm still crying. But I'm hoping to find my feet, because everything changed. This time around, you're going to wake up so early. I have to wake up. Where I'm doing my service is quite far from where I'm staying, and it takes me about 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours to get to work. So imagine motorway traffic. My God, tell my motorway traffic. Big headache. Taking car in and out every day is also a work. So I got to wake up as early as 4, do my things, bath, brush my teeth, iron. So by 5, I got to leave home, and then I have to make sure that I have to get to work before 8 a.m. So whatever I have to do, I have to do it and make sure I am always punctual to work. And so to escape all this traffic and the rest, I have to leave have to leave home early, and at the beginning you have to be at work by 8, and you are not going to leave home. You're not going to leave work by 5 or 6 p.m. like the usual work, you working in bank and the rest. Nah, my dear, you are coming home late in the evening until the news is over. That's when you're coming home. So the work must be done. So at the beginning, I leave home as early as 5 and get home like 12, 11. And my mom is like a security at the gate. She's so worried. And why coming home late? I was like, Mommy, I've started work. This is how work is. You got to accept it like that. So I think from the beginning, she wasn't feeling comfortable. She was so scared for me. She was quite concerned about my security. And so she was a little bit worried. So as time goes on, she got to accept it that, oh God, now she's working, so I got to accept this time she comes home. So it was not easy. Waking up from bed was even hard, and I got to sleep less than 4 hours, sometimes. Wake up, bath, do everything, and make sure I get to work at 8 was also harder for me. But as time goes on, I became used to it. And my most exciting part is that I get to engage with a lot of people, keep on encouraging me at my workplace. They keep on telling me that you need to prove, if you want to do this, if you want to be here, you need to show workings. So they got to tell me what to do. The environment there was cool. I was able to approach some people that told me what to do here and there. But the thing is, you don't get to meet them like that. Whilst the work is going, everybody is moving. So you need to learn very fast. You need to learn on the work. No one is come to hold you to teach you do this or do that. You need to be smart. So my experience so far has not been so cool, but I'm still learning. And one aspect is that I'm learning how to write more. I'm learning how to speak well. And one advice I'll give you is that wherever you are, if you're about to do your service, or if you're doing your service, you should know how to talk. You should make sure that whatever you are asked to do, you do it well. No matter what they ask you to do, just be humble, calm, just do it respectfully. Make sure you leave a good name, so that even if you're not maintained after your service, they can recommend you to other agencies, so that your name would be well notified. And make sure that whatever that you're doing now, do it from your heart. And also make sure you go to work on time, deliver your best, do your best, and make sure that you make good friends. When it comes to good friends, make good friends. Make friends that are going to impart you. Make friends that are going to give you good advice. Friends that are going to support you. Don't go and make friends that are going to lead you into trouble. That's one advice I'll give you. And also, when you are going to do your service, be prepared. Be mentally prepared. Notice that no matter what, you are going to meet all different kind of people, and you are going to meet people who are going to be mean. You are going to meet people which you can easily approach, and you are going to meet people who would really like you naturally. Yes, so just be mentally prepared. And as I was telling you, I cried a lot because that was my first time in a working place, and sometimes the way some people would speak to you, maybe initially they're not saying it in a bad way, but you might take it in a different way. So as I was saying, you're going to meet all type of people. You're going to meet people who would shout on you, but that's the way to talk. And you're going to meet people who will be calm with you, will teach you well, and the rest. So one thing I would say that be mentally prepared, and make sure that whatever you are asked to do, you do it well. And so thank you for watching this video and having time to have a conversation with me. And so if you'd like to share your experience, tell us more within the comment section. Tell me how you also had your national service experience and how it's going for you. And so don't worry, I will do a part 2 of this video and come and tell you how far it's going. But so far where I had, I'm so happy to be there, and I'm actually learning a lot. And so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in my next video. Love you so much. And don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. I'm Lizzie Okansi. If you type Lizzie Okansi, you're going to see me there. You can inbox me with anything new. Maybe you want something that should be done, or you want me to create a next content on something else. feel free to connect with me on Instagram. And nice meeting you. I'm also on LinkedIn as Lizzie Okanti. You can follow me on LinkedIn too. And so do have a lovely time, and see you in my next video.